Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, but we are finally back. There's some few things that I've just been waiting for so we can continue with our engine build. Well, we're not going to build it, we're just basically going to replace all of the gaskets because it's leaking a lot of oil. So we're going to get that fixed. But before I continue, I want to show you guys how far we came with the engine bay. As I did put a few things back and still a few things that's short, that's still on its way, that we have ordered. But yeah, it's looking much better than it used to look like before. We'll quickly show you what the engine bay looks like. So previously we've installed all our brackets and all of those type of things, everything that you see that's red, and then as well now I've just mounted those brake lines as well as the cover for our window winder. I put the top plate back. Still need to put in screws. I'm waiting for my screws to arrive. We just also repainted the windshield wipers. We also managed to repaint the windshield wipers. I've also repainted the stand that keeps the engine hood up. And then yeah, the engine bay just looks really nice and decent. So we will be continuing with our engine. We're not going to put it back yet because we're going to replace our radiator. I've got a much bigger radiator, aluminium radiator that we are going to install. So I'm not going to be bothered about that. So yeah, I want to start with the engine. I just want to start cleaning it first. As you can see, I already just started here just to see what it's looking like. You can see it's extremely dirty, extremely full of debris, as well as this side as well, especially in the front. I don't even know what's happening there. Let me switch on the light so you can have a bit of a better view what's going on there. So yeah, I'm going to start at one point. I'm going to get everything cleaned. I'm just going to use my WAP, some 4007 that I've got here, spray it on it, let it soak for a bit, spray it on again, let it soak. Spread it on a bit, let it soak until everything is completely soaked. I'm just going to use my WAP to clean as much off as possible, and then as we go I'll just clean the pieces. I'm not going to strip down my whole engine. I'm going to see what it looks like first. I just want to replace the gaskets as it's leaking oil. There's nothing wrong with the engine itself. So I'm going to get started with this so that we can get this done. Let's start cleaning it. The engine cleaned, you can really see a big difference between what it looked like before and what it looks like now. Even if we go this side, you can see there's really a big difference. So I'm going to start by this side. I'm going to remove the mounting, then just clean it up a bit, maybe just paint it, put it back, and then I'm going to go over to the oil filter housing as well, remove it, take it back, replace the gasket. It's still really dirty that side. Replace the gasket, put it back, and then our oil pump, we're going to remove it. So we're going to put a blank off plate there, bolt the blank off plate and put that back, as we're not going to use this fuel pump anymore. We're using a tuk-tuk pump for our carburetor, so we're going to get that out as well. And here's the gasket kit. It's a full gasket kit that I've got. I bought it from Auto Spares in Middelburg. Yeah, it's like I said, it's the most expensive kit we can get for the 4Ys, and I think it's like $600 or something. And then the reason why I'm not going to change the head gasket is that we don't have any problems with the engine, and if you decide to change the head gasket, you don't know what other problems you're going to run into. You're not going to start by working on things that doesn't give problems. So otherwise we have to skim the head, make sure it's nice and flat, as well as the block. So I don't want to cause unnecessary work to be done. So I'm going to continue with this that we have to do. And then there's a few things that we're going to start removing as well, like for example the fan. We're not going to run the fan anymore as well. So yeah, I'm going to start by one point. Going to get this done, and then we'll move to the next section. Now I'm finished with the oil filter housing. As you can see how nice and clean it is, as well as the engine mounting bracket that I've redone as well. Also repainted it. So I'm going to start with the fuel pump. We're not using this fuel pump as we got a tuk-tuk pump or external fuel pump that we are using. So I'm going to get that taken out, and then we're going to build a new seal door bracket so that we can put it back and then remove this whole concept. So let me show you how we're going to do it. Let's get started with it. Complete fuel pump removed now. You can see I've got a gasket here that was basically made, or a spacer that fits perfectly around there. So now we can use that as a template, so we can put it down just like that, and then we can take our marker, mark it all around, not on the inside because we're going to make it blank. So we're going to take it all around on the outsides, and then we're just going to start by cutting it out, and then we have a blank off plate that we're going to put back. We have our bracket made now. It's now basically just a replica of this one. So as you can see, the lines and everything that's lining up. So now we can just paint it, just quick primer, and then a final color so that we can then put it back. So I'm just quickly going to start painting it. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by removing this fan, this viscous fan, as we're not going to use this at all anymore. And then I'm going to move over to the crank pulley so I can remove this, remove all of this covers as well as the back piece, everything, so I can get that cleaned up and replace the gasket seals on that as well. So yeah, let me get to it. I'm just quickly going to paint this, and then I'm going to take you guys with me to start removing this fan. There's only 4 bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can remove this whole pulley. Then we just need to remove this pulley, and it seems like when I want to remove this whole back cover, because we'll be able to bolt loose, and then I'll need to remove this bracket as well. So I have quite a bit to remove here in the front. So yeah, let me finish up with this and let's get to this. All the bolts now removed, pretty much ready to remove the cover and everything. But yeah, I just thought I want to get this table a bit emptier. As you can see, it's full of things for the bakkie. Don't even really have place to work, also don't really have place to pack it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the pulleys, the crank pulleys, and then as well as the water pump pulley. Just sand it off nicely, and then just repaint it black so that looks nice and decent again. And then from here also the water pump, clean it as well, and then I can take all of this out of the way. Then I've got just a bit more space to be able to work, so I can clean those things and put it back. So yeah, I'm going to get started with this. Let's get to it. So yeah, we put everything back, already cleaned up, new gasket already fitted. You can see how nice and clean the water pump is, as well as with the front cover. I've got my pulleys painted. There's one, there's the other two, and then I'm just busy with the bracket that side as well. So from here on, I'm going to start with this front pulley. As you can see, we do have a gasket right there, and then we have a gasket here on top as well. So I'm going to start with that. Let's get this removed and that removed, get it cleaned, put new gaskets, put it back, and then move over to the next. Managed to clean everything, how nice and clean the ports are, and then as well I'm just busy painting now the brackets, as you can see there as well, and then these ones are already dry. So as you can see, it's already dark and it's quite late as well, and it's actually really starting to get cold. So yeah, I'm just gonna pack the tools away and then I'm gonna carry on tomorrow. Let's see how far we can get. It's not too much left to do, but yeah, cleaning everything nice and thoroughly really takes a lot of time. So, but we have to get it done. We're not too far from finished, and there's a lot of things that we bought for our bakkie as well that I'm super stoked to install. But yeah, we have to finish up with the engine and then we can move on to the next thing. So I'm really excited. Let's go wait till tomorrow.
The next day.
We are back. I'm going to continue with the engine. By the time you guys are going to see this video, I will be on my way to the sea. We're going there for with the biking club. We're going to be there for around a week. Come back on Monday. We're leaving on Wednesday, coming back on Monday. So yeah, probably it's going to be a more few days that I'm not be able to upload some content. But yeah, I'm not too stressed about it, as we still have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of new equipment that I've got as well that we're going to unveil soon. But yeah, I'm going to see how far I can get with this video, so I can at least post something. I know it's been a while since you guys saw anything about what's happening. So yeah, let's see how far we can get with this video. With my engine, we don't have much left to do, as we already done these. They are busy drying. Then we can put those back. We can as well put the pulleys back. So yeah, I'm going to continue with the tappet cover. Remove the tappet cover, clean it up nicely, probably just repaint it, and then change the seals, put it back, and then yeah, just carry on with the next stuff. We still have the tappet cover left. We still have this side left as well that we need to do. It's only the intake, well, the carburetor intake here, and then the exhaust gasket, and then here and there something small. And yeah, it's not a lot left that's we have to do. We still have to do the sump as well. So yeah, we need to get to it. We're starting to look a whole lot better. I'm going to start by putting the tappet cover and our pulleys and everything that we have. That's now basically off. Just put that back. I'm not sure if I'm going to change the exhaust gasket or the carburetor gasket, well, the intake gaskets, where it's there on the flange, but I will be changing this gasket because I think it might have a leak through here. Oh, and if everyone was wondering, this is a DCD36 Weber that's on here, and then it's supposed to be part of the Bro Speed system, where we have the branch, we have the carburetor, and then as well we have the cam as well that's in here. It's part of the Bro Speed conversion, and then as well we have the full Bro Speed exhaust setup as well. So yeah, if anyone that was wondering, this is the setup that we've got, that we are running. So let me get started. I want to put those things back. It feels like we're starting to run out of time. Seems like it wants to come and rain as well. So yeah, I want to finish up. Let's put these things back. I decided to remove the complete carburetor with the exhaust. The reason for that is that you can see I've got this bolt loose, it's not a problem, and then there's this one bolt right down there where there's just no space to do anything, and I don't want to adjust my carburetor. I want to leave the settings as it is. So unfortunately now, due to that, I decided to take out the whole thing, but it's not bad because I mean now I can replace my gaskets on my one time. As you can see, it's one. I see the exhaust gasket and the intake gasket is one thing. You can see there's 8 ports, so it's obviously 4 for the intake and 4 for the exhaust. So yeah, when I get started, I want to get that cleaned so I can get that painted and then replace the seals, the gasket on the carburetor, and then I can put it back. So we're getting there. We're actually kind of close to finish. I'm also going to remove this engine mounting as well while I've got space. Otherwise, once the exhaust is on, there's no way that I will be able to get to this, as we did have redone this one as well. As you can see how good that actually looks. So yeah, let me get to it. I'm going to start by that one, cleaning it off, painting it so that it can get dry, and then once that's busy drying, I will start by redoing my carburetor. Unfortunately, my camera battery died and I didn't notice it, just a bit too late. So apologies for that, but we have managed to finish. There's only small things that's left for me to do, but I'll do that when I've got time. Like I said, by the time you're going to watch this video, it's going to be Tuesday, and then Wednesday we're going to go to the sea. So yeah, really super excited for that. Let me show you what it looks like. So there's a lot of things now that we've redone, redid, cleaned, painted, everything, gaskets replaced. So yeah, I'm happy with how everything came out. I mean, we redid the engine mounting as well as put this blank off plate here. We've done the oil filter housing, cleaned that up nice and thoroughly. The engine, the block, cleaned it. The pulleys and everything, we've redone that as well. We removed our fan. Here we've repainted as well. We've redone the carburetor. I must actually just quickly put on the hat. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's try again. So we also cleaned our carburetor head, cleaned the carburetor. This, like I mentioned, 360 DCD Weber. I see the ports have been polished as well. Replace the gaskets, everything there is nice and neat. So only thing for me that's left to do is I still have to do this rear crank seal. That'll do as soon as it's on the engine lift, and then as well I still need to do my sump as well. So it's only those two and then I'm done. So then we can start by putting it back. A lot of updates are still gonna come that we're gonna do. Everything that I've ordered, there's plenty of things. And then there's a few of you that also asked about the fuel consumption of these engines. They are quite heavy on fuel, I'm not gonna lie to you, but there is some ways that you can work things out. For example, your jets on your carburetor, you can adjust them to make them a bit smaller so it doesn't use as much fuel. But just remember, if you're going to remove fuel, you're going to remove some power as well. So you might lose a bit on the power end, but you can gain a bit more on your fuel consumption. And then as well on your timing, you can also ensure that your timing is correct, because the timing can also play a really big role in your fuel consumption as well. So make sure that that is correct. And as well, you need to make sure that you don't have any leaks, especially on your carburetor, because as soon as there's a leak, it can also overfuel your carburetor as well and make it heavy on its fuel consumption. What a lot of people do, they make the whole thing fuel injection. Now what happens there, most people just buy a new intake, fuel injection intake, injectors, management, and then you just connect it and there you go. But yeah, there's a few extra things that needs to be done. But before I will turn this engine into fuel injection, I'd rather just do an engine conversion, because getting the power out of them is just not that simple and that easy. So it's just going to be much easier to just do an engine conversion, and then you'll gain much more power as well. So yeah, that's it. I'm happy with this. I'm happy how far we came today, to be honest, with the video. Soon we will be able to put it back, and like I've mentioned, there's a lot of things that we're going to remove, that we're going to replace, and just improve. I've got everything. It's just I must just get some time to get it done. Unfortunately, I don't really have time on my side, as I've got a lot of things that's going on. I mean, I've got Nats, VNA, I've got my studies, we've got the bikes, I've got the work that I'm also doing. So I just don't get time for everything. But yeah, I'm trying to push, see how far we can get with things. As I mean, I love doing this. So yeah, it is what it is. Just need to make sure that I make enough time for each and everything and everyone. So if you've watched until this far, means you surely enjoyed the video. So please click that like button at the bottom. And then as well, if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure that you do subscribe to follow us with the build. I mean, there's a lot of things that's going to come. So please stay tuned. You guys must have a lovely night further. God bless. Ciao.